If your shoulder's neutral height drops, your wrist neutral height will drop. Now, our hands are not tracking in line from the elbow to the fingertips. Remember this, we lock the elbow out and the hand becomes the shoulder. They do exactly what each other do. There's only one way the human body could ever work, okay? And it's in its neutral positions. Otherwise, the body doesn't work. I have no opinion on this at all, but I do have extremely deep and many, many, many hundreds of hours of discussions documented under the gift of video. This couldn't possibly be an opinion. It couldn't possibly be some startup company. I'm just discussing truth. It's eternal. It will never change. I didn't decide it. I couldn't, okay? I can explain it so thorough, though, that you couldn't possibly dispute it, no matter who you are. No matter how much schooling you've gone to and you think you know what's going on that's not actually true, you can learn whatever you want in life. If it's wrong, it's wrong. The body's a mechanical machine. Let's say you're wearing oversized clothing for years. Your shoulders never get to the upper end of their neutral, but they're always at either their neutral, maybe, but really their low end of their neutral. Well, okay, you're going to be stuck down at the low end of your neutral, and bone spurs get built up, where this collarbone's connecting to the sternum, up in the shoulder area, where the muscles come down and connect to the collarbone, like that sternocleidomastoid muscle, the trapezius muscle, the upper trapezius connecting from the base of the rear of the skull along the cervical spine or the spine of the neck and to the top and rear of the scapula or shoulder blade. This is raising the shoulder, but if you're never at the shoulder's neutral to then be raising to the upper end of it, but you're just dropped at its low end always, right? Of the shoulder height determined by pivoting on the collarbone and the height of the scapula, what'll happen is scar tissue, bone spurs, just because musculature is not allowed to do its job, and so it's just pulling on the bones, Really, the bones are pulling on the muscles because the bones have a neutral position to sit in. If they're not sitting there and they're dropped, the muscle that's supporting the bones is being pulled on by the bones' weight on Earth's gravity. And there's a neutral, and then there's a high end from there. There's only one way the human body could ever work, man. It's just not going to do anything if it can't. It's a machine. It either moves or it doesn't. Mechanical machine means the machine that is motion. Okay, it's a machine of motion. It's a machine of motion, the human body. Dante, I think we're going to run over there and back. Okay, anyway, that's what we'll say, I guess. The whole point is, you get scar tissue built up, you get bone spurs built up, you get different sized hands, different sized inserts of muscles to bones where the tendons connect the muscle to the bone. Anywhere in the body that there's a muscle connecting to a bone, it's doing it through a tendon. That tendon, like I'm saying, in a sense and to a degree, is almost scar tissue anyway. The texture of it and the fibrousness, if you will, of what the tendon is, it's kind of just scar tissue, really tough tissue. And so if it's just not allowed to pull or track in line because anything altering it, and we get in such depth, like I'm saying, we give so many free modifications in clothing. We've got a lot of things, rotated seams in clothing nowadays, collar seams in clothing nowadays, In the Image Clothing Company's rotated seam modification, In the Image Clothing Company's dreaded collar seam modification. Collar seam is just anything different in the collar of our top, and the collar of the dogs as well, or any animals that wear a collar. It's got to be even around the circumference or the circular nature of the neck, or it's unnatural, okay? Anyway, we do a lot under In the Image Clothing Company, and there you go. Dante, up.